coming into the store probably, I'm thinking 6 or 7 years now at least, bringing in his students. He's a former SRT diver, and we do a lot of work with the local police and fire departments with their dive rescue and recovery groups. We supply them with a large majority of their equipment. It does go out on competitive bid, and we've been fortunate enough to be the low bidder on these bids. But Derek comes in here and we fill his tanks and try to take care of him and his students' needs when they need to purchase supplies in our store. We've been here since 1968, I believe, is when the store opened up. I've been here since 1986, and whether you need a $1 snorkel keeper or a $2,500 VC and computer system, we have everything for that and every part and price point in between.
Family had their grandchildren from up north down here diving off their dock, and they said they saw something in the water that appeared to be a firearm. They weren't sure what it was, if it was loaded, unloaded, so they emailed us. We came down here to check it out. The reason people see us doing different things as far as putting on equipment, we use over-the-head method. It's a lot faster other than recreational where people put it on like a jacket. For us, we get it over our head, we're quick, we hook it up, we're in the water within seconds. Each person will check out their equipment and they will check their partner's equipment, so they make sure that they have airflow. In the case of emergency, he knows his buddy's equipment's working and he knows his other partner's working. I have 2 divers in the water. They're going to be searching. Once we find the object, we're going to bag it for law enforcement to take it into evidence. With the scenario that they told us that they had seen, is they think it's a firearm as far as a rifle. We don't know if it's intact or if it's broken up or whatever the case may be. Once we find it, we'll put it in a bag. We'll put the rifle in a canister. We keep the evidence in the same integrity of the environment it came from. We never bring a firearm out into the water because it'll start oxidizing and it starts ruining the weapon. The depth here is only about 10-15 feet, but visibility is going to be very limited, so it's a very slow process. They'll be searching each piling slowly. They may have to get up close to see it. Once they see it, they'll observe it. They'll write some information down on it. They'll come up and let me know what they found, and they'll go back down and bag all the information. Down here in this type of environment, we have a lot of fishing line, a lot of entanglement, and for a diver to get wrapped up, it's very, very easy. So we need to have a cutting tool, knives, fireman's scissors, whatever we can use in the event that we do get tangled.
911 call last night, about 11:45 p.m. on Friday, about a white male talking on his cell phone quite loud. 2 seconds later, 2 shots were heard. A neighbor looking out her trailer window believed to have seen a subject tossing a gun into the water and another object. Based on what our divers that I have here today searching the area and what they find will determine whether this is a crime scene or not. The divers have a difficult task on their hands because the water is kind of muddy today and it's kind of blurry inside, and I sympathize with them because I've done this kind of type of work myself. But they are searching for any type of clue, anything that they might see that might be suspicious or has to do anything with what we believe to have been either a gun or any item that they might find that it looks suspicious. We have to investigate to the fullest. This was a 911 call, and our job is to determine whether a crime has been committed or not. Hopefully no, and hopefully we don't find anything that may be disturbing, such as a body or corpse. But hopefully we will find something, and if there is an investigation to be done, we will be more than happy to do it, of course, and to the best of our abilities, and solve the crime. Well, very, very carefully, they have to remove certain items from the bottom, like maybe rocks that are covering or obstructing their view. I'm sure there's a lot of seaweed there too, so they have to pat down the seaweed. They have to just search in between and go under maybe certain caves or locations where the eye cannot see unless they go under the structure. It's not an easy job, but you know what? They're all professionals, and I am confident that if there's anything to be found to solve this investigation, they will find it. It is not an easy task, but it's our job. In the search, we have found a 9mm Glock. This is usually a police-issued weapon. We will be taking it to our lab and determine where it came from, and hopefully we'll solve the mystery of what happened to the owner. We also found a Rolex watch. It's a very expensive watch. Also in our lab, we will determine if there's any DNA or whatever we can find to solve whatever crime that might have been committed. It's just a regular procedure that we usually go through, and hopefully we'll come up with an answer.